What's going on, y'all? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Yep, so if you were with us on Sunday, you saw us break the golden rule. We didn't save early and we didn't save often. So we got some catching up to do, so I figured tonight would be a good night to do so. But we ain't got to work tomorrow, so we can actually play a game tonight. We got some time. So we got to get our shit together. So was that under our thoughts? Yes. Our volumetric shit compressor. Our shit is apart. So we gotta get our shit together. So we gotta talk to people. And we ain't even talked to this lady yet. We're gonna look at all these books. So let's just go ahead and get our shit together though. And then we'll look at all the books.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Alright. Oh, let's see. We got the girl. Yeah,
Annette,
let's be nice
yes,
to the girl.
My daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled, my precious? Her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
We called her on her bullshit. I want to do that again.
God.
Here we go.
I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life. She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains.
Yeah.
It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
And I usually don't know anything. Where'd you go with that way?
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
I forgot about that line.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband,
Boom.
he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
The Annette's father.
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, what is Grand
It's a proper
Couronne?
place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
Oh,
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call...
a silent
Super
partner.
silent, almost inaudibly so.
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Of course, yes, this economy. Yeah, I see
We're
that
quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand.
one. I don't look like a pops.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand. She's been too busy helping me here, so she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course.
Yeah,
I
sure it
assure
is.
you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And
Yeah.
hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into. The
Alright.
woman looks aloof.
What about my book?
You were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go. Get back there. The books await you.
What type of books do you
Everything's on
have?
the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Did we get our shit together yet? No. Did looking at the shelves help with the getting the shit together? Let's see.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring
Oh,
an
nice.
extremely
Okay, so
muscular, sword-wielding
looked at-
barbarian on the cover. Nearly
One of them. Go ahead and look at all this stuff. Did we look at the games yet?
a small mountain of colorful board games. These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the crime fiction
Yeah, I
is
see
a
you, Fishy.
disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction
Oh, God,
just
no.
doesn't tell the... You see,
Yeah.
Dick Mullen on the
Dick
job.
Mullen.
Get me Mullen.
That's right,
A
all the
killing
Dick
is
guns.
declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house.
Dick
Oh,
Mullen
no.
dies?
Turns out he faked it to solve a case. Yes, there's also
All the
Tragedy
Dick
Calls
ones.
for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen? Your quick eye notices
Yeah.
a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
Reaction speed, too.
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence. Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
No, it's gotta be something else.
Perhaps you're drawn to the dark and noirish atmosphere.
No,
Is
that's
it
not either.
because the smoking dame in the slinky red dress on the cover is giving you a hard-on?
It's definitely it.
Yeah, this is the book for you. See the way she's suggestively holding that pistol? That's symbolism.
So did we go up? Yes, we did. Okay, so we do need to do all this again. I mean, we were going to do it anyway, but like, I guess we could go talk to real people. But we're going to slide through
Plaque
this.
on the shelf reads, "Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one
Alrighty.
Cecilia Averbrook.
What is it
High
about?
Speed Love chronicles the romance between two. Next to Irv's life, next to that,
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce. I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power. A very influential historical figure. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocent. Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is
do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's
What happens if we ask her about that?
shelves filled to the brim.
Oh,
Which
crime,
Dick Mullen?
robberies, murders, even sexual crimes.
Sexual
To have Dick
crimes.
Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Uh-huh. Did we look at this one yet? Yeah.
Shelves full of biography. Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside. The maps look old and faded. This large map displays archipelagos, Ozon, Laurentide, fast disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou. On Caillou.
Caillou.
Revachol, a single black star. 850 million people live on these little dots. An oceanic world of culture. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, connections to other worlds, words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking
got
at
it.
them makes you
We
feel
got our shit
almost
together.
non-existent. Whatever they are, perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust. The north coast of to the east, Huron. It's so small. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have, but it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with still. It's detailed.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of they're quite valuable, though they might not look at that old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist list from when some
Out-of-date
design
map?
studio people tried to.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame. The project never
Steal
got
it
going.
instead.
Volumetric ship compressor.
We got it.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today. where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to
All right, we're gonna
exist
save it right
only
now.
at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
We're a long way from leveling up. All right. Equip and complete the volumetric shit compressor thought. All right, we got one more set of things to look through here.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a...
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free.
What?
I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh, no.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance.
Did we not do this last time?
These three
I
things
don't
are
remember this.
very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling
Okay, it's
everyone
like-
that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to,
MedMD
and
or
which
whatever.
costs
What's that
more than
website?
this
People
book,
look up their
is
illnesses and think they're
garbage,
dying.
and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from.
I think we have some.
How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Find something truly outerworldly.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book
We did do
becomes
this last time.
apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pearl.
What's the
The
payoff?
book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
Hey, Selena, what's going on? We didn't do this part last time, so this is all new stuff, but we got our shit together and we gotta go look at the body. But I think we're finding out more about the curse.
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the Pearl, also known as le territoire.
Le territoire?
For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near Pearl.
That was painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the Pearl. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the Pearl and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
And what does this
Among
liquor
other
do?
benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
Ooh.
That seems improbable.
I should probably get my hands on some of that.
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the Pearl, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins. especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude.
Oh, we're getting
Nudity
naked.
figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need. There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Are we married?
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long enough. If you'd like to continue reading, I must insist you buy it.
Whatever, lady. Another boring book just discarded here. Everyone knows the most interesting things about fascists was their magic.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Let's examine it.
You see some kind of charm.
We still haven't saved it.
Irregular
Fuck.
polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbed. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck. Bad inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time.
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books.
Oh, did
Oddly
she?
enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
We need to save it. Let's talk to the girl over here.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Ooh, 42%. Come on, baby. Come on.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess.
Right? I mean, come on.
I found something while you were away.
What is
I
it?
thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
Hey.
Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that.
Nice.
Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before
We
Mum
got ourselves a
notices.
hat.
Man, this is hard.
Okay, so we gotta put points into suggestion to get that. Okay. Ooh, +1 encyclopedia. Can we not look at our, rotate ourselves up? All right, let's go look at a dead body. Oranje, Klasja. Did we not look at all this stuff? Yes, we did. Book about the future, the government reads your mind using radio technology. Okay. Book about Bodiero culture, from much freedom and roaming upstream. You don't really understand what this is about, nor does it seem important. This book is about pate. Oh, it's the antenna. Okay. All right, let's just go and just quick save it right here. I think that's a 5. Nice.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez.
Okay,
An
so
anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Do you know who the victim
A
was?
security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Okay, so what is the RCM?
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia,
Ooh, good thing we got
is
that
the
hat.
police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
Of course, yes, I understand everything.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer.
Secret
That's
task,
the case.
yes.
Uncover and arrest the killer.
Would you say this is mysterious?
It's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than
I was
that.
thinking something otherworldly may be involved, supernatural. White male in his 40s, what more do you need? Okay, so the case probably is mysterious, but could it be sexy?
There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was
Maybe there's a young woman involved? Are you sure there's not some sex angle we should be considering?
Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful, blonde, 19-year-old woman at the heart of this case. A rich one, in fact. Part of a murder sex cult.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
It doesn't have to be a cult. It could just be a sex murder.
Extremely.
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then hit him with it.
For from different precincts, why are we in the same
I'm afraid
case?
you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on, retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Was
Okay,
there
we'll talk to him
anything
later.
else you wanted to know about the case?
I think that's it. Alright. Apparently there's a pistol match between the Precinct 41 and Precinct 57. Ask him about this after the initial inspection of the body is done. Alright. Let's take a look at the body again.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below
Right, let's just get right into it.
Ha ha ha. Again, the corpse laughs at you, pus dripping from its mouth. You will never be able to hold it in. It's always too much.
Feel it coming up again. Oh, here
Every
it
time
comes.
it happens, it gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up now. All that's left is crying and convulsing dryly at the same time.
Oh, man. I even look at my
I'm
shit
at a loss
compressed.
as well. I could swear your shit was together, detective.
Sometimes even that is not enough. Life is unfair.
Life is unfair.
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep it in long enough for us to work. There's nothing else to do.
You can open this white check again by going to your character sheet and spending a skill point to upgrade your endurance. Gain new skill points by exploring and completing side tasks.
Relax. It's okay if you don't make it today. The bloated corpse isn't going anywhere.
Go your nose without throwing up. Oh, man.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Did we fail the check? I kind of spaced. I don't know if I spaced out. Did I miss something? Ooh, a backup quick save. All right, let's just load that. And what's it? Did I miss something? Like, why did we fail that? We got to look at it last time. Or am I forgetting? Did we already try and pull his fucking head off? Ask him about the case. Nice. All right, we need 45 more points.
There he still is, looking right. As you breathe in, the odor
There
comes
we
over
go.
you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides,
I guess that's kinda
and your
cheating,
eyes
but whatever.
squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots.
We're not going
His
to try
skin
and
is
pull his boots
greenish,
off this time.
marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Hold on. Okay. You can't quick save in a conversation. No, I just want to know if you could cheat.
The material appears to be ceramic.
Because we were going to
Its
pull his head
clear
off and
white
see what
stands
happens.
in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee.
All right,
They
they're
look
fancy
delicate
boots.
and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, ceramic
armor.
plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
There's the
He's
rest of
my
it.
piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something. No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip him for the putrid rags.
Who are the clothes? He was dead.
Someone
He was
could have
carried.
cleaned the yard, but that's a question for the red-haired thing.
The red-haired thing.
I hear you, cop.
Oh.
Talking shit about the Kuno. Come here and say it to Kuno's face.
Fuck you, Kuno.
You wanna fuck me, huh? You wanna fuck the Kuno?
What if you told me to stop, yeah.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties, and the like.
The Mazda's 3?
This one
Zoom,
still
zoom.
has his underpants.
What? Are you trying to ignore me now, fuckface?
Kuno, this boots shit is super boring, and the guy's a total Victopaz.
Looks out of
It
place
is.
here.
It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now.
What are we
For a
talking
full
about here?
set, about 4.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Not too much, yes.
Pathetic. I need to hustle more and hate less. That's enough.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger on his sleeve.
Alright, I could just do the
That's
40.
for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
Sure I did.
agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
It's anything but.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates, and
Okay,
like
yeah, we got
whirls
that.
of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Did we get that last time? Oh yeah, we did.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Alright, back
The
off looking for
cadaver
corpses.
slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremely
Hey, Nibbler, what's going on, buddy?
is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below.
We didn't almost pull his head off yet.
hard-edged
Or
polyester
tonight. We're not gonna
cuts
do it.
into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Alright.
This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Alright, we did all this
I
right.
thought it was used on lorries for...
It all went to hell when we tried to get it down, right? That's when we died.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Oh, they sure want him to stay up there.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
Believably mundane. I feel like it was something else. I think it was
Yes.
something else.
It often is. This bell worries me. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle, tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
He makes a pulling motion.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos. An intricate web
Look
of
at them
blue
tats,
lines
baby.
stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak.
Map of the night sky. Is it a microelectronic system?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
We're
I
missing.
agree.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being
No, it's just a
unsheathed.
camera.
A small lens.
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices,
Oh, you got a
primarily
cell phone?
projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Oh, it's a camera. Okay.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
Shit, Kuno.
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color.
What up,
pour
Kendrick?
onto the
How we doing,
thick,
homie?
Glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Or should I say, what the shit, Kuno? Sorry.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
All
It
right.
contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of
Is
physical
that a bloody
violence.
British
The
accent?
story he
I have
wanted
no
his
idea.
body to tell was important to him. It is
Mine or
important
hers?
To us. Someone
I was
should
trying to
decipher
mimic
it.
hers.
We'll need to show it around.
Yeah,
Sure. Just don't lose it.
we're gonna lose
The
it.
glossy-eyed corpse looks
That's
by,
foreshadowing.
his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Oh, we can't go to our inventory right now. Cheeky bastard.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets.
Suppose you
There
haven't
is no
burst
one
yet.
home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from
Let's
the
see if we get this
organic
one.
processing.
I'm gone
Nice.
into the wild pale yonder.
The pale, huh? Okay.
In the past, way out in the west. I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but there's nothing funny
There
about
is
you. man.
nothing funny about jokes either. A killer, a motherfucker, and a killer.
Okay.
Go ahead, Cobbo.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your
Ah, black shit starts leaking out.
imagine. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions. Because you're a copperoonie.
A caparoonie.
Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of
Coming
questions.
right up, Copper Rooney. This fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just Harry or something.
I refuse to be
Good
Harry.
for you. Because you have.
Alright, who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along.
I think I've figured out what's going on with this case, but I'm not going to spoil it.
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this? Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
This case is all I have because he told me to. Maybe we'll lead to something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous.
I am all you have. Then you truly lost it all, brother.
I did.
Let the world drag it all away from you. And what it left, you pissed away. And here we are.
I hate you. You stink in
Do
your
I
brain.
remind you of someone?
Me.
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
Should we be smart or be pathetic? Let's be smart this time.
You sure I got out of that one. Coppolini.
Can we do
Do I
that again?
remind?
A child born with Muller's
There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a
feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level, more like days, Copper. The clock is ticking. Your liver tells you so.
We gotta get that pale and fix our liver.
come back later, Corpo. Amuse.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are
I
pink.
see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with
Explosion.
dark marble veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
He's dead.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
The world no longer stores his personality and its composition. There was a time for that, and it ended 7 days ago. Why did I say that too heavy? Totally. This Buster's not coming back. Deady dead, 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 dead. What is dead anyway?
That sounds about right, yes.
Something's coming out of him. He's beaten up. See the bruises? That's from fucking Kuno.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
Yep, seems like a lynching.
Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge
Oh, the
liquid
shit's
is
falling
dripping
out of him.
into it, drop by drop.
Let's
The
gross.
victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe we got lucky. Goddamn right.
Maybe.
The pool
What
of
if we
blood.
says the
The
other way?
victim appeared.
The fuck he say?
Talk.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. I do. Most of them are post-mortem.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Fucked him up good, Kuno. I fucking love that kid. What is it? Kunois? Kunoese?
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagine. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso.
Alright.
So am I.
Hey, level up! So we... Oh, did we just add that to logic? Should we have... Can we take that back? Where does it say how many skill points we have? We just get one for each? Visual calculus is kind of helping us out a lot. Maybe we should put something into that? We've been seeing a lot of Inland Empire, too. I don't know what to put this in. I think we need to go into here. Influence others. Connect to Station 41. Understand cop culture. Charm men and women. Play the puppet master. That's what I think we want to put it into. Let's drop that in there. Alright. Ask Kuno, the kid throwing rocks, what he knows. Show the number of victims' armor. The victim's tattoos. Ask around about the possible tattoo meanings.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the bed without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Somehow make it so that the bloated corpse isn't up there anymore. Shoot it down or ask for help. Do something. You're a cop. Can't somebody else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
I mean someone who's below detective.
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Could saw the
Climb
branch.
up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it
There
seems
has to be a
dangerous.
less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Let's try and shoot him down.
Yeah, bang bang time, pig. Shoot
Oh, we should have put our point into this.
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Just shoot the belt, the bullet will break it.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
There's bad idea written all over it. I don't know, maybe it's better not to. I'm gonna let him decide.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops
If it's a
big
pissing
cartridge
contest,
in the barrel, separates
now he's on the hook
scouring
for
stick,
this.
and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner
Shoot
of
that
his eye
motherfucker
twitches.
down!
His
We're not gonna
finger
say
is
anything.
on
Last
the
night we
trigger.
said something. We're not gonna break his concentration. Maybe I'll nail it.
He's gonna fucking miss.
The deep voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals.
Yeah, I shot him.
Yeah,
We're not gonna
that's
shoot
nice.
him.
I didn't do us any favors with that.
Damn it, get your shit together.
Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it.
That's okay.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Yeah.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Yeah, what's
But
we
what
consider?
other options? The corpse...
We could get him down by pulling his head off. Or we could roll the dice and try and shoot him. I kind of want to pull his head off. What do you guys think? Well, first, let's leave. Let's look at... we got to interact. What do we got here?
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a
That's what they
small
told
light.
us when we
The
looked at it.
pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar. Gone.
I'm going.
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Okay. Oh. Oh, are these white check marks? Nice. Okay. Those are the ones we can retry. All right. So what do you think? Try shooting him down or pull his head off? We didn't save it though. All right. There's something maybe we're missing. Let's zoom out a little bit. There could be something in the trash can, right? Wasn't that one of our things to get into the dumpster? The manager, Garte. I'm gonna go try that first while I decide how I want to fuck that up. Yeah, thanks. The map in your tab journal with all the white check marks. You can reattempt. Is that
The
Garte?
man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
Got.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
As I said, Detective. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Okay, why is
Do you
that?
have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Luke's buying a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Oh, look at this guy.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
No, I'm good.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
You killed
I
him.
don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
No, before I asked you where, now I'm asking you why.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Wait, you got it.
thank you.
Lieutenant says he opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct.
This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. I just went for it.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Let's go.
Oh, I thought we had to talk to him to get
Not
the
so
cover.
fast. You owe me 130 real.
Which real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Oh, I understand. I owe you
Wow,
money.
you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
What do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
What is
are
money?
you, a philosopher?
Actually, I might be. Since I woke up, I have trouble remembering even the most basic concepts. Actually, I might be.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Interesting. Where do I get it from? They're yours.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. Okay.
The man with the unimpressive beard.
Mr. Gart.
Yes?
How do we
I
ask
am
about the
King
trash can?
Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41? Right.
No, I only just...
Do you have her number?
As a matter of...
You said you just got...
What? Of...
But you still know your way.
Yes,
I didn't imply...
He probably means this is where you step in. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
I don't owe you shit.
You don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't...
Yeah,
We do not
money.
need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
Alright, comment. What
You
is
know,
about?
I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here, or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money. I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I don't have a home. I don't remember where my home is. Fuck this place. I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
Ask your station for additional funds.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have
But
one?
you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on Marble
Why did
Hill.
you say that?
There are just some snaps as firing. It doesn't mean anything. The name must have some meaning to me. Lieutenant Karagasi, do you know a place called Marble Hill?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace that back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on a building?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
We need a pry bar. Okay, so why can't we ask the fucker about that? Because we haven't paid our bill? Okay, the temporary research bonus. +1 encyclopedia. Factual memory returns. Research time 6 hours and 5 minutes. Let's rewind. Trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over, get up. Get off the asphalt 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through the courtyards. Scaring little children. Go into their great raised motor tract. 81st. Until you reach Le Domaine in North Jamrock. The streets are... frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down the main Pater Edition. There's a side alley there, and your footprints in the mud. Okay. Wow, look at all these thoughts. That's cool. All right, I want to get that
Can I
damn.
help you?
Ah, here we go. Seen something here at the Whirling Gate I need to talk to you about.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why.
Yeah, here we go.
And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
No, it just doesn't. Nothing stirs in me. It isn't callous. It's common sense.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you?
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Not at all, probably.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Yum yum. Tell
He
me
killed
more.
himself.
I'm no Krasmazov.
No one was implying you were, officer. Where were we?
We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What theme?
So sign the mess hall that's reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find
That
out
was
who
a shot.
this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the Whirling later.
Ah, okay.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Yes!
Your body is ready, sire.
All right. Goodbye. We got the key, right? What else we got here? Find out who's in the Union box. All right.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes. Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
The idea of a king and a century gone is pretty fascinating.
The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
Most checks have secret difficulty modifiers. Talking to the right person can reopen a closed white check. All right, so do we want to pull the head off or not? I think we're going to.
This trash container is locked. The sliding with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
That's it?
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Let's look at the
You
boxes.
see milk and
Ew.
egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
What are turbo noodles, like the cheap ramen?
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Bag of
Guitar,
trousers.
blue jeans. Pockets, empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for
A
it.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that,
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them there. Think some of the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
the lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste,
We're gonna get that
cold
bug.
and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly, unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
Elbows out. There's nothing more here.
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Let's get it.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the whirling threw it away in the trash. I don't know. I'm boring.
Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
All right. I don't know, man. Sounds like an order. I don't take those.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Your inventory?
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
Okay, so he doesn't like the racist mug.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Oh, we can level up again, eh? Alright. So what's with shooting? Let's level up our hand-eye coordination. Probably not going to help us too much.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging
Cabbage.
from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Urinal?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
That's gross.
It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly the same.
If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not, though. It's toilet paper.
Perception smell. It smells like shit. Oh, I love this game.
Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry,
Thank you.
peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger, and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your fingers
The
across the
surface is
aluminium.
interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
Alright. It's one of those hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. Yes, RCM vehicles have had lights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
Here we go. Oh, nighttime Theraflu? Damn, you really are sick. You took some NyQuil the other night too, man.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay,
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Alright,
They're
check
not
the white
exactly
ones.
white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What's in
Work,
there?
strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week on average a good caseload, Lieutenant? There's mention of a naming convention? I have to open an official case as their room.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week pairs with my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes. I burned out all right.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Snoop Dogg? Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Okay, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean non-numeric one with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have a case named the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the
shot?
head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
I have to open an official case as their room.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered
All right.
grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
All right,
The
good
tasks
paper.
you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already
A
finished.
satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you.
That is true. Crossing off your to-do list is a great feeling.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
You named our case,
No,
Lieutenant.
actually. Any ideas?
The Furies are at home in the mirror. The setting sun, shit on a stick. I like shit on a stick.
Ah, yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny?
Okay. The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man.
Yeah, shit on a
Good,
stick.
Strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
It's a good, strong name.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
All right, I am done.
You
expecting
don't
those.
exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes,
Nice.
you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural. Why, yes.
Our name
your
is Harry.
precinct number is 41.
And HD is going to be our initials.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Those aren't my initials. I'm not feeling them. I think what you meant to say was RAC, Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Haram Jajan Bizikin. Horace Debbie Behringer.
No, the alphanumeric begins with HDB. Can't you see the sire is tired of these fabrications? RAC is clearly what it says on the case files. These are official documents. There is no arguing with official documents.
Actually, I'm ready to admit I'm not Raphael. Oh, man. All right.
That's comforting to hear. Now, detective, it takes half an hour to piece one of these together, if you still want to. Here are your options.
I can revisit this.
Not
All
much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clip. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What type of forms are there?
The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real.
Oh, we gotta get somebody
Severe
to
cases
find.
allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Dun dun dun.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Alright.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The
Nice.
edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
What did you say this color was?
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Don't look into the blue heart. What was that from?
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Ooh, what do we got?
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
Oh, how would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
-1 lonesome long way home. Come on. Come
It's
on.
not
Ah,
what you
man.
end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck.
Damn it.
The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Alright, what'd
The
you smell it?
acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Alright.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
The mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. This mug will be useful by denouncing that it can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It's just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? It did belong in the trash.
So again, you dug it out of the trash. Why? It wasn't going to offend anyone there. Why don't you just get back to your case?
Who put the clothes in the class? Ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes in the trash. Ask Gart if he knows how the victim's clothes got into the class. Okay. Read the watermarks. Go first, go to Kina and turn on the lights. Alright, we got a lot of stuff to do at the car. We gotta call our precinct. But the time has come. For a quick save. And I kind of want to try and shoot it down. Oh, wait a minute. What was
Yes.
that? Convinced Kid is a sexy dark murder.
The man before you is naked, but for...
Yes, we do. It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping.
They only have one gun.
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
I didn't have my badge uniform. We woke up. I didn't have my gun either.
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Yeah, take it, you fucking boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Get
The
the weight
cold
first.
piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno?
The fuck you waiting for, Kuno?
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left
Why don't you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Close your left
Your
eye.
field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the noon light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Ooh, let's go for it. Come on, baby. No, that's bad. Fuck.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your
All right, we're
hand
gonna
is
load
numb
that.
From the
We're just not even gonna do it. We're gonna pull his head off. Because I feel the feeling that won't mess it up as much as shooting him. Alright, so that's still rolling along.
The man before you is naked, but for the material appears to be delicate. These are clearly not boots. They're armor.
Indeed.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's all you, baby.
Tell you, baby.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium under the heel. Fair weather.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Yeah?
Brutal!
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Not a homo.
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You're about to seriously compromise the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
We're not detectives. There may be clues inside here.
How many clues do you need? You already found a number. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been...
Yeah.
Sure, there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation...
The cadaver slowly twists on the...
Yes, we do.
He's like,
We
oh,
are
asshole,
not
let's not do
getting
it.
him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down.
I don't really want to pull his head off.
How do you plan to get him down then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down?
Getting the Hainmang's boots. All right. All right. I'm going to try it one more time shooting him.
The man before
it was
you is naked, but for a pair of...
Yes, we do. It's bad as it is.
I only got one gun, Kuno.
This is the...
Officer, why do we only have... That is even more unfortunate.
You fucking...
The cold pick.
The fuck are you waiting for?
The buckle comes in.
Why don't you just shoot yourself?
You'll feel the slow movement of the...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
All right, let's do it. Hey, we got it this time.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the
Communism.
association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
All right, task complete. 70, level up. You've been policed. RCM, baby, RCM. How did I do that? Who's laughing now, you little shit?
Fuck you, Corpale!
Despite her words, her tone seems celebratory.
Ace is high.
What if you're to
The
slap
ace
it?
is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades
It's a high
during
five.
the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves.
Leave him hanging. That's cool.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were...
His voice is deeply approving. What
We
now?
will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
He needs to turn away from the corpse.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy. Yes, the 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene.
Got it.
I'm satisfied with that part. The trash container, the prints, we've been thorough enough. 2. Initial examination of the victim. We were exhaustive in our efforts there. Good job. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant. Or
Not
easy,
pleasant
and it
at
will
all.
have to be performed on the scene.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, it stinks.
Don't we have to have someone else do the autopsy, like a doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From crime scene to autopsy to cleanup, we do it all.
Honorary?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank. Mine is Lieutenant Detective, unfortunately. I can't tell you how tired I am of this corpse.
I don't think I am.
With shooting like that? Of course you are. Your station would not have assigned you to this case otherwise.
Alright.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Alright, kind of shows you where we put another point into. It's highlighted there. That's kind of cool. We should probably put another point here. That's our lowest one. Understand others. You know, we should get our volition up, actually. Alright, we got a whole bunch of stuff to do. Field autopsy. The hangman is down. Perform a closer inspection. Interview the union boss. Interview the Wild Pines rep. Alright. I'm confused. Why is one... Oh, we got another one. The Insular Civil War was not the first war to see the use of aerostatic aircraft on both sides, but it was the longest for 8 full years. Plus one empathy towards Kim. These is how is a custom on the revolutionary side performed by squadron mates after landing. Lieutenant Kasaki likes it. Why is that? Can we do more than one at a time? We can. THC, baby. Okay. We tried to punch Kudo. I forgot about that. Some cigarettes. All right, let's go to the car. There's quite a few things we can do at the car. I don't know where he parked. Is that his car? Oh, right-clicking does what tab does. Nice.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Run your fingers over one of the
The
steering
white suede
levers.
feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The raspberry gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl.
That
The
was a little
lights
loud.
unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the shimmering streak.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says,
Let me see.
he takes the ledger for a moment and inspects
Right
it.
here.
His finger near the top of the map points something off a coast jutting into the great ocean. Seems like a shithole.
No, it does not.
The lieutenant said that optimism.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally it up.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet.
So what?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
What are these holes?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18 years?
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
I walked land telling whores and liars of the end of time to come. Boring office job.
No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we?
Shall we?
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be a super cop. I can never re-become this person.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
It's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game.
Oh, here comes Fish.
If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
Decline to elaborate. How do you handle
Everyone
this?
has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
It gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find
Why
out.
not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Post your yellow gardening.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Name unknown, rank unknown. People killed 3. Good cop, bad cop 4. 1 facets, 3 communists. 3 boring cop. 2 sorry cop. Alright, let's call the station now.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
Let's look in the
a
toolbox
metallic drawer
first.
slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Ah, take the red tip pry bar. Okay. Take the rubber-handed chain cutters. Let's take it
pry
all.
bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap go the cutters in your hand.
Have we seen any chains to cut? I don't think we have. Oh, we could have used that on the rope, probably.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers, and as you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio
Electric
waves
kittens.
cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. I need to connect me to a Fillion, a Selvi. She may have reported a murder. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff.
Just a second, officer.
She put you on hold, the static crackling softly, like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is very oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
Jules Pidou.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I've got urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
It's reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, over.
Badge, you can't find anywhere. Basically, it's
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
Jean.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Man, the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Who lost his badge?
Chester.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
We're Dick Mullen.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Oh, okay.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, operator. Tell him to stop. This is serious. Ha ha. Officer lost his badge. Ha ha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vitmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Alright, we'll just move on.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Mac?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
His goddamn fucking badge. Y'all just please stop saying lost his badge for a moment.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter.
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
You having a conversation in the background is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Drama. Convince them you didn't lose. Yeah, we can do this.
Lying?
Yeah.
Over the phone? It's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It's additional, it's paramount to investigation that you grant me more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over. He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
This isn't gonna go well.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vitmar said...
Okay, no fun.
Anything else, sir? Over.
Personal details like 10-10, transition completed, standby over.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on, you alone in the room. I need some common information about myself. I wanted you to know. Got my bad description, write a report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth. Please refer to me my full name in the future.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He
Come
seems
on.
intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Yeah, we don't have a
10.
family.
Excuse me, sir. Over.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Come again, sir. I didn't get that. 10-9. Over. 10-4. Well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
I'm doing
He asked
disrupting.
if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says...
I heard
So,
him.
was there anything else? Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
All right. We got a pry bar. Red tip pry bar has a Carson T heavy duty engraved just below the handle. Satisfyingly heavy and perhaps one of the most useful tools to carry around. Can we put that on our hand? Nice. Clip these open lock containers. The meanest looking pair of cutters you've ever seen. Made in Gottwald by blah blah blah. No chain wire, bar fence. Never stand in your way again. They look hungry and ready to chew steel. Police flashlight bearing the logo of the Gundlstug RAO. The small dynamo packed inside. Blah 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 blah. All right. Pay for damages. You need to pay for damages. Okay, so we didn't get that. Track down your badge. It's unclear how you should go about finding a tiny piece of plastic in a world as huge as this. Maybe you just have to stumble across it down the line. Miracles happen. Find any information on you can on the gun. Alright. Like, we haven't traveled and looked around hardly at all. You're the meanest man I know, Renee. An ancient fountain doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Don't get mayonnaise on the measuring tape. Tine tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain almost washed them off. What's up with the bench?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, so he leaves us, eh? Oh, what was that?
This Post Levantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Fuck you, mail delivery box. Did we just lose a hit point?
There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Levantorie mail collection box. It sounds betrayed, in disbelief even. Your toe has suffered damage.
Damn it.
It hurts.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
He does not actually think it's cool. If anything, the lieutenant feels sorry for the poor box. He's leaning
poor
in
box.
to inspect the layers of graffito that deface it.
Oh, it was actually a
The
dick
lieutenant
move.
pats the box ever so slightly. The mail collection box has no faith in your psychopathic manipulations.
Alright, so we could have gotten something out of that, probably. Alright, the gardener give us directions. Who are you?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, assenting the beats as he
A
goes.
simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Let's keep listening.
From another planet.
Stop.
Hey there.
Fish. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the
It's a
jam?
traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon
Right.
days.
So that's where I am? So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
You got any smokes?
Nope, don't smoke.
Notice with the big lorry behind
Some
me.
of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You left the ask around elsewhere.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Free. With 3 T's. Revachol's weird.
Why would we go buy him?
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
What do they want? Money?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
That's you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
We're not begging him for money. He's been here for a week, so he might.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your
a sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
That's probably true.
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Wicked, I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
Ooh, can we get a tracksuit?
They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
It's your machine
Just rocking
behind you?
beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands.
Caillou.
This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
It's a Flan A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable.
You hungry, honey? We'll
Me
get
and her
dinner in a
spent
minute.
a long time together.
So nothing
Not
illegal?
unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Can I get one of those tracksuits?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
Alright, whirling in rags. Closed for your winter, please use main entrance. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Welcome to the Revenshon. Glossy magazine, most able-bodied men. The issue hosts a top 10 list. Jump Jams, a popular music mag. Freddy, sick. That looks like the strikers here, huh? The lorries probably stored fuel here, and now they store booze. The foreign car kept in good condition. What do we got here? Hey, we got tools. Maybe we can get in here. What's the white tank top do? +1 physical instrument? What does this shirt do? Oh, we're gonna keep that one. I don't know, this feels like the first time it's let us kind of run around. A bold slogan, Humanox covers the truck.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
What is
A
this?
silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol,
Squanderer.
son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane.
Yeah, we can do this.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
The suzerain?
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
I just thought I lost my phone, and it was on the floor. I don't know how it got on the floor, so that means Fish's punk ass knocked it down. How do you manage both of the entire national
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Okay.
He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I would like to sleep on a gold hustler style. The king is a king. He can do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple.
Purple.
Philippian cocaine was purple.
Okay, what is nose candy?
Cocaine.
So addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored it?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Alright. I just want to look around a little bit. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore.
A star's Riker One of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives these?
Not many people outside of Grad. And Revachol West, too, it appears.
Hey, Kim, check
The
this out.
Tashraiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on, maybe I can impress him. Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue. The colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white. The colors of the stars Raiko.
Blue and white are the colors of the Zemist. Someone painted it.
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires.
Oh, wow.
They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Hate to cryptic him, but only 4,395 people were to protest. Who are the Zemist community? What they get sentenced killers to?
Could it be another Stajraiko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related.
What's
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word.
Who are
People
these
we are
guys?
paid to protect. Let's leave it at that. 4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
Yes, detective? You sure you're not Zhimsk?
He shares a smile with you, only for a second.
Yes, you're sure you're not. Or, if you are, it's only in that Revacholian way. 4 to 5% maximum.
Okay. So walking around, you'll pick stuff up. It says GRIH. Three T's, how idiomatic. Magnesium, yeah, see? We need to improve our health. Oh, did we just automatically take the magnesium? That's the bookstore. The point out for the viewer is the banged up and operable. What is that one? A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Was there something over here? You hear the distant squall of seabirds. I think we're just gonna look around everywhere real quick here, guys, and then call it a night. Broken window. Tibbs has windows. We gotta get that window fixed at the hotel. If you had a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles and sell them. Roundabout north. To Cape Side Apartments, Martinez Pier.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug, written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear.
Fucking Kuno!
Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo. The central symbol of the Pericarnassian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
Probably some kids.
The lieutenant inspects the rigged slots.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's a tourist attraction doing?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory.
Alright, we got $2. I just saw that down there.
They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Cool, I dig organized crime. It's the best.
We should have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Where is this gonna go? A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. What is that?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall? Oh, this is the back side of this little fucker.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Yes. Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
No, why would you even say that? Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
I did think I
Trying
was
to sneak
clever.
up on me again.
What does this do? We need some health. Oh shit, that's how you do it. Oh, alright, if we want to get our morale all the way up, we can use one. Alright. A garden hose. This won't be useful until the snow melts. Balcony with a view of the yard. And the hanging.
It's been a week and now they show up?
Alright, so that guy saw something. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. And there's sputtering bullet holes on this wall. It's a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Orange bum hat. Nice. Full health. Okay, our hat gives us +1 encyclopedia, +1 reaction speed, and oh, is that -1 rhetoric? We don't want to lose anything. Not for a reaction speed. I want to see what we look like in it, though. I do like that hat. But I like that hat better. How do you get up there? These barrels are half full of rainwater. Oh, we could probably get in through there, and we can come up through the hatch. If we can bust that door open probably now. The smoker up there could be a witness. Talk to him. I don't want to talk to him right now.
What's that noise down there?
All right, we're going to wrap it up right there, guys. Drop a like if you haven't already, guys. Or drop a sub if you're new. I'm out.